From the frozen Arctic to the remote reaches of Antarctica, massive ice giants, weighing millions of tons and towering like skyscrapers, suddenly break away from glaciers and crash into the ocean. Each collapse unleashes thunderous roars, towering tsunami-like waves, and nature's raw power at its most extreme. In today's video, we bring you the top 7 most breathtaking glacier calving events, moments that are as mesmerizing as they are terrifying. Deep in the untamed heart of Patagonia, Argentina, where snow-capped peaks rise above ancient forests, lies a frozen giant that defies imagination, the Perito Moreno Glacier. This is not just ice, it is a colossal wall of blue and white, stretching nearly 5 kilometers across, towering more than 70 meters above the water, and plunging hundreds more below the surface. From a distance, it appears eternal, a silent fortress of ice. But within, it is alive, shifting, cracking, and waiting for the perfect moment to unleash its power. It begins with a whisper, faint cracks echoing across the still air. Then, without warning, a thunderous roar explodes from the glacier's face, shaking the ground like the strike of 1,000 bolts of lightning. A massive slab of ice, the size of a skyscraper and weighing thousands of tons, breaks free from the frozen wall. For a heartbeat, it hangs suspended, defying gravity, before crashing down into the icy waters of Lake Argentino. The impact sends a towering plume of water skyward, followed by waves surging outward in all directions, pounding the shoreline. The echo of the collapse rolls through the valley, a deep, resonant reminder of nature's raw power. Spectators stand frozen, caught between awe and fear, humbled by the realization of just how small we truly are. Perito Moreno is one of the few glaciers on Earth still holding its size despite a warming planet. Yet every calving is more than just a spectacle. It's a living testament to the ever-changing, untamed forces that shape our world. It's a moment you have to witness with your own eyes to believe, a scene that no matter how many times you replay it, will always set your heart racing. On the edge of Iceland's vast Vatnajökull Glacier, where ancient ice meets the restless North Atlantic, lies a place that feels like another world, Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon. Here, the air is sharp and silent, broken only by the haunting creak of ice and the distant crash of waves. Floating across the lagoon are giants, glowing blue icebergs, some older than human civilization, slowly drifting toward the sea. But tranquility here is an illusion. At any moment, the glacier's towering wall can fracture with a sound like cannon fire. A slab of ice, bigger than a house, heavier than a battleship, tears free, plunging into the dark water below. The impact sends shock waves across the lagoon, rocking the icebergs like tiny boats, and birthing waves that race toward the black sand shores. Under the surface, the true chaos unfolds. Ice flips, tumbles, and rises from the depths like leviathans breaching for air. Seals scatter, seabirds take flight, and the lagoon transforms into a stage for nature's raw, unstoppable force. Jökulsárlón is more than a breathtaking sight. It is a living reminder that glaciers are not frozen in time. They breathe, they move, and when they decide to break, the world watches in awe. Its beauty and destruction in perfect balance. A spectacle you'll never forget. In the icy expanse of Kongsfjorden, Svalbard, Norway, the silence is shattered by a deafening crack. Before everyone's eyes, a towering wall of ice, as tall as a skyscraper, suddenly breaks apart, sending a colossal iceberg plunging into the sea. The impact unleashes a thunderous roar that echoes across the fjord, followed by powerful tsunami-like waves rolling outward, sweeping up smaller chunks of ice in a chaotic swirl. It's a moment both breathtaking and chilling, a stark reminder that nature's power will always surpass the limits of human control. At Alaska's majestic Marjorie Glacier, the silence of the icy wilderness is suddenly shattered by deep, echoing cracks reverberating through the frozen valley. All eyes lock on the towering ice wall, dozens of meters high, shimmering with a brilliant blue hue under the Arctic sun. In an instant, the massive structure begins to tremble, then fractures violently. Ancient ice, locked away for thousands of years, breaks free and crashes into the sea with overwhelming force. The impact unleashes a thunderous roar, bouncing off the surrounding cliffs, followed by powerful waves surging across the frigid water. In this raw, untamed moment, witnesses stand both awestruck and unsettled, reminded that nature can shift from serene beauty to unstoppable fury in the blink of an eye. In the remote, frozen heart of Antarctica, an icy giant known as Shooter Up puts on a spectacle like no other. The towering wall of ice stands silent under the biting polar winds, until a sudden sharp crack splits the air. Within seconds, enormous slabs of ancient ice break free, exploding outward and plunging into the frigid sea. The collision sends massive waves rippling across the ice-strewn waters, while shards of ice sparkle under the cold Antarctic sun. It's a rare, breathtaking display of raw power, proof that in this frozen wilderness, the most dramatic shows are written by nature itself. In the icy waters of Ilulissat, Greenland, the calm surface suddenly turns tense as a massive iceberg begins to shift. At first, deep cracking sounds echo across the fjord. Then the towering block of ice slowly tilts, rotating as if in slow motion. Within seconds, it crashes violently into the sea with a thunderous roar, the impact sending thousands of tons of water skyward and creating towering waves that surge outward like a miniature tsunami. Boats anchored nearby rock wildly, while onlookers are left both awestruck by the breathtaking spectacle and shaken by nature's raw power. This isn't just ice in motion, it's a symphony of force, destruction, and untamed beauty at the edge of the Arctic.